All right, battlers, welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Go PvP video. I'm Speediest Chief 2, and it's good to see everybody. As you know, everyone, I have not uploaded in quite some time. Although I stepped away from YouTube, I did not stop making Pokemon Go PvP content. I've been over on Twitch, and these are actually some battles from one of my Twitch projects that I'm most proud of. This is called the Go Battle League Arena. And essentially, every Friday we take the top 8 trainers in the world, place them in a single elimination tournament, $100 cash prize. The meta reflects the current meta in Go Battle League at the time. So we're going to see all kinds of different battles. And today I'm taking a moment to shoutcast and spotlight some incredible battles by our week 2 winner, ItsAXN. The question is this trainer the best Open Great League trainer in the world? Let's find out. Go Battle League Arena is a blind format. We're not really going to know what our opponent is bringing until we see it. So as we can see here, first matchup of the day, Diggersby in to Cofagrigus. This is in the group stage of the tournament. So it's just introductory battles here. We have no idea, again, in the blind format what we might see, but we can see what's in front of us in the Cofagrigus. It really can't do much damage to the Diggersby without the Shadow Ball. So we see here a move coming through, and it will be a Dark Pulse. Very, very tough position for the Cofagrigus against the normal type Diggersby because it's just so thick and it resists all of those stab ghost type attacks. We see the Earthquake coming straight away from the Diggersby, draws that first shield from the Cofagrigus as well. You have to be asking yourself, why is your opponent staying in this matchup? This is not a great place to be. We're going to see another move come through here from the Cofagrigus into that Diggersby. Now, this trainer's name is ItsAXN. They battle 3 different opponents throughout the tournament, and their current opponent is Legacy Tiger 7. Again, one of the best players in the world. Switches into Mandibuzz here, and we get answered with this Skarmory. I think ItsAXN is in a comfortable position due to having that shield advantage. We're going to see the Mandibuzz fire move here, and we know Skarmory is very tanky. Not quite as tanky as the Mandibuzz, but it can definitely tank some foul plays. We're going to see the Sky Attack come through here from the Skarmory. Nice shiny Skarmory flex as well. Guys, it's so good to see you. I have missed YouTube, and I'm happy to be casting again. Hopefully, this is the first of many videos. Here we see a Sky Attack coming through again. Let's see if we get a shield from the Mandibuzz, because it's starting to get a little bit low. No shield from the Mandibuzz, confident it can get to another move, and there it is. Maybe that was a CMP there. Snarl, Air Slash, both 3-turn moves. Skarmory wins CMP in almost every situation, right? We're going to see a few more Air Slashes come through here. The question is, oh no, another move coming through from the Mandibuzz, deciding to let this go. We know the Diggersby can't farm down with Mud Shots, so the question becomes, what is going to come in? And it's a Frostlass. Chat, I have not seen a Frostlass in so long, but I think this is a great pick for the current state of the Open Great League. It's a very flexible Pokemon, insane sweeping potential. Here we see the Drapion come in, and this is bad news. We are up a shield, but the Drapion does have the Stab Crunch, which Ghost-type Frostlass is not going to appreciate. The only saving grace here is that the Avalanches do a lot of damage, and we're going to see that Ghost-typing, whoa, resist the Poison Stings. That was a CMP tie. Let's see what he decides to do. Going to shield up the Frostlass here. The question is, can you fast move down this Drapion? No, we're going to see the Cofagrigus come back in. Going to throw a second move here. Building up to the Shadow Ball. I love the control by the trainer here. ItsAXN, proving why they are one of the best trainers in the world. Throwing an Avalanche here. Gonna make a switch as we expected right into the Diggersby. Heads up, Earthquake coming at you fast. We know the Cofagrigus does not have any shields, but this will not be enough to KO. Earthquake coming through. Coffin takes a huge hit, kind of wobbles there. Throwing the Fire Punch. 1-2 punch. Gonna take out this Cofagrigus here. Now the question becomes, how much more work can that Drapion do against the Diggersby? I mean, it's got so much health. It's going to get Mud Shot down here, I think. 4 Mud Shots later, and that's all that was needed. Chat, I need to stop saying chat. I'm saying chat a lot because I'm used to Twitch. As we head into game number 2 here, we see a team change. Now, again, this is a blind format, so we won't always see the same team that we have on the left side of the screen, but that is ItsAXN's signature team. This game, we see the Abomasnow come out with a Medicham, Sableye, line in the back. We're going to see the weather ball come through right away here, recognizing that Sableye is an issue for the back line of this team. Going to look to chip and then make the switch into Sableye. Now, you always have to account for that residual energy. I think the Sableye got up a couple of Shadow Claws, so that could be detrimental in the mirror match here as these two dark ghost types square off. Foul play comes through here, takes a big chunk as expected. The question is always, how XL'd are your Sableye that you see on the screen, and are they going to win CMP? We see a foul play right away from this Sableye. A little bit of a pause, but it comes through as expected. Even shields for both trainers, but able to maintain switch, which against the Swampert is big. We've seen Swampert Sableye on the other side. You have to assume that there's a Skarmory in the back, right? No, it's a Mandibuzz again, coming in with the dark flying type Pokemon here. Gonna push up for a return, and it gets there. Whoa, AXN really deploying a lot of pressure here, even though this is a disadvantageous matchup for the Sableye. Lands a big hit. Wow, Mandibuzz takes a big chunk of damage. Going up for the foul play as well, just continuing to apply pressure, but the Mandibuzz gets to the foul play here before the Sableye does. I like this play a lot. You want to deny the Sableye any more damage. Still not a single shield spent in this matchup, chat. Coming in with the Medicham, lands a couple of counters here. We know this is a Snarl Mandibuzz. This matchup is not so bad for the fighting type Medicham. Aerial Ace is a stab attack, but it's not known for its damage output. We're going to see it land there on the Medicham. And a second one coming through as well. Maybe looking to try to close this game out with the Abomasnow lead. Could be a very strong pick for ItsAXN here down the stretch. We see the second Aerial Ace come through and into Swampert. Going to go ahead and fire this Ice Punch. This Shadow Swampert deals so much damage, but it does not appreciate charge moves like this from the Medicham. Shields goes right into the Abomasnow. ItsAXN seems to be in full control. The only way I see this match flipping is if a Sludge Wave sneaks through between these shields. Here comes a move from the Swampert. Shielding up wisely, I think this is very smart because you want to protect that Abomasnow. Hydro Cannon, it is solid bait move and a CMP tie. You love to see it. Going to go ahead and fire off the Weather Ball here with the Abomasnow. Takes that final shield away from the Swampert, pushing up for the Energy Ball. I honestly think this is a bit too much. Maybe you just Weather Ball farm down, but here comes another move from the Swampert just to be safe. You're going to double shield the Abomasnow here, which makes a ton of sense. How much does AXN overfarm? Doesn't overfarm. Trick question. Goes straight for the Energy Ball here against the Swampert, just wanting to put it out of commission. Takes it down. Let's see the Mandibuzz come back in. It's very, very weak. Even an Aerial Ace is not enough, but he gets to the Weather Ball. There's no question here. It's AXN dominating their opponent, Legacy Tiger 7, with a 2-0 victory in the group stage of the Go Battle League Arena Week 2 tournament. All right, everybody, heading into round 2 of the Go Battle League Arena Week 2 tournament. We see the Diggersby into that Lickitung, two very bulky normal types squaring off here. We know the Licks are resisted. The Mudshots are not doing much damage. So this is a game of baits. Going to go ahead and push up right for the Earthquake. Diggersby wasting no time here as ItsAXN tries to apply pressure in this lead scenario. When you see the Lickitung in the lead, you have to assume that there are two counter user answers in the back. Maybe a Skarmory, a Jellicent. You might even see a Trevenant perhaps. But our opponent is not switching out, so it's a bit of a curious moment. Here comes a Power Whip dealing a ton of damage to the Diggersby. Let's see if our opponent tries to make a catch. And they do! We get a bit of a refund there. The move comes back. In comes the Medicham. Here comes the Frostlass. Sometimes we see our anti-counter in the form of something like a Medicham or a Deoxys because those Pokemon are able to defeat all of the other counter users. Here we see Medicham throwing a move. It will be Psychic straight into that Frostlass. No defense drop. Last is going to build up some additional energy here. Going for Avalanche. I don't know if I love this bait because this puts the Frostlass in position to take some more counters and maybe another charge move. And there's no shield on the Medicham. Pushes up for another one. Does not want to give away that early shield. I love the control here by ItsAXN. Now, the only question is if the opponent shields. Okay, I was going to say if the opponent shields, it puts us in a difficult position. We get countered down, and then what? We lose switch. That'd be very difficult. Frostlass still here. Here comes Lickitung to farm down, but look at the Lickitung. Less than half health. Comes back in with the Diggersby, throws the Earthquake right away. This is your mid-game energy management. Do you know that this is an Earthquake, or do you think it's just a Fire Punch Here it comes, grabbing that first shield from the Lickitung. This opponent for this round is Pazuko, a very, very talented trainer from Japan. We're going to see a move come through here from the Lickitung. This will be Body Slam. What a bait. Grabbing that shield from the Diggersby, trying to get to another Earthquake. My goodness, this is the third Earthquake. Episode 3 of the Quake coming through here. Let's see if this Lickitung decides to shield. Does decide to shield again. Great calls here on the Quakes. Lickitung building up tons of energy. This is an interesting position to be. No shield instantly from ItsAXN. He wants to close out strong with the Skarmory, and it will be a Body Slam. It's not enough. The Licks are resisted. Diggersby's going to gather more energy here, so you have to throw another move. Here comes the second Body Slam from the Lickitung, and this is going to be a curious question as to what is in the back. Axon is banking that it's not another Pokemon that is weak to counter, so you can rule out Ice, you can rule out Steel. We see the Lickitung still in this matchup. My goodness, it just does not go away. Here comes the move. Skarmory going to no shield, a resisted Body Slam there. Here comes a Nidoqueen. My goodness, with the shield up, Skarmory versus Nidoqueen. Oh, this is really, really tough for the poison ground type unless it's packing that Stone Edge. We see the CMP tie here as well. Skarmory going to shield up just in case it's a Stone Edge, and it will be an Earth Power. Do we get a defense drop? And we do. All right, this Nidoqueen's in a tough spot, but it's kind of making up some ground here. We see the first Sky Attack come through. Nidoqueen will hang on. The question becomes, do you attempt the farm down, or do you go straight for the Sky Attack again? Recognizing that they only need a Sky Attack to finish the Lickitung, this play makes a lot of sense. But you did take the defense drop, so you have to say, if I take too many licks in a Body Slam, it could add up. Reaching for the third Sky Attack, the three-peat. Skarmory able to reach that move right at the last moment. Finally, gonna KO this Lickitung. This Pokemon just refused to go away. Axon takes a 1-0 lead over Pazuko in the final 4 stage of the Go Battle League Arena. Very exciting stuff to see. We're headed right into game 2, so don't go anywhere. Here comes Deoxys lead into Skarmory. Axon changing things up here, rocking a Skarmory Diggersby Trevenant line. Interesting. A bit weak to counter. I guess you'd say neutral to counter in the lead, but this Deoxys is the worst thing to see because it is packing that Thunderbolt. Reaches for the Brave Bird, but just a moment too late. Here comes a move from the Deoxys. It will be boom! Thunderbolt comes through. Skarmory takes a huge hit. Here comes a counter seeking in as well. Gonna throw the Brave Bird here. I assume that we see a switch right afterwards because we are debuffed. Does pull the switch into Trevenant, takes that first shield as well. In comes the Dark type, and this is so bad for ItsAXN. Gonna get hard walled by the Umbreon here. This is a tricky position to be. You can chip with the Seed Bombs here, and that's great for making some progress against the Umbreon, but you've got a Diggersby, you've got a healthy Deoxys. This looks uphill for ItsAXN. I will say as well that the Deoxys Umbreon core, Psychic and Dark, very, very powerful team, even in the current season of GBL, Season 10, very, very strong core. Here comes a move from the Umbreon, trying to remove this Trevenant without taking too much damage. Does get the foul play. It's undercharged. Trevenant survives, looking for a Snarl down. Does he get a third Seed Bomb? Yes. Here comes a Seed Bomb number 3 from the Trevenant here, and suddenly a match that was pretty lopsided. The Umbreon comes out in the red, looking to get 2 more Snarls here, and it successfully does. 2 Shield Diggersby, a low health Skarmory. Axon, decision point, decides to come in with the Diggersby. Gonna let this first move through as well. You know the foul play doesn't hurt too much, and Deoxys' charge moves are not going to be very effective against the ground type Diggersby. Gonna see a second foul play here. I think you attempt a Mud Shot down. This is mid-game energy management. You have to know if that Umbreon gets to a third Snarl, and he switches out right into that Deoxys. Do we see a catch here on the Skarmory? Gonna throw a Fire Punch, maybe a bit of back and forth there. Unsure about the Earthquake or Fire Punch. I'm not sure that I love this throw here, but we'll see if we get the shield. And we do! Great, great call. What do I know? Here comes a move from the Deoxys. Assuming this could be the Psycho Boost, you definitely want to pull a shield here. And it will be a Psycho Boost. Deoxys drawing that first shield away from the Diggersby. Gets to the Earthquake here. This is very critical because if you switch in the Skarmory and catch a Psycho Boost, you protect your Diggersby. If you don't, you might have to shield a second time. And he pulls the switch into Skarm, tries to get the Air Slash down. It is not successful, but the Deoxys spends the energy here, which actually is very helpful. It's a Thunderbolt as well. My goodness. A bit of overkill. Deoxys gets a third move. This Pokemon is so loaded. It's just incredible. Gets to a third attack here. Psycho Boost. Diggersby. Oh, takes a little hit. In comes a Lickitung. This is the last thing you want to see in the back of very bulky normal type Pokemon. You have no super effective moves. You have very little health, even though you're resisting the licks here as a normal type. You've got nowhere to go. Earthquake comes through. Diggersby going to attempt to get off one more move here. Does he reach it? No! Gets licked all the way down. We're heading into a decisive Game 3. ItsAXN versus Pazico. Chat, if you're enjoying this, I encourage you to check out the GBLA on Fridays. We're heading into the next week's battles. Week 3 this week. Here comes Abomasnow. Gonna fast swap right into that Sableye. Again, we are seeing some unique teams from these trainers, but the Abomasnow Medicham Sableye is another team that ItsAXN is very comfortable with. So far, this has been very uphill. We know that the longer this matchup goes on, if a successful bait can occur, Sableye can bring this pretty close, if not win. Oh, and he does. Oh my goodness. Gets the shield there on the return. Very, very tough spot to be. We see Azu throwing a move here. If you shield, you're committing for the long haul, and he does not shield. Play Rough comes through. Super effective damage. Sableye's out of here. Medicham, Azu so far on the opponent's side. Abomasnow gonna come back in? Yes, it does. All right. At this point, you have to decide, what is your play? Do you just try to go for the energy ball? Gonna no shield here as well. No shooting the Play Rough. Abomasnow loses just less than half of its health, but now it's into the yellow. Switching in the Drapion. Gonna throw a Weather Ball here to try to get some chip. I think that you come in with the Medicham here because those poison stings are going to add up, and the Sludge Bomb is very threatening on this Abomasnow. Throwing a second Weather Ball here. Very interesting play. Very interesting play so far. Gonna pull the switch finally into the Medicham. You're up 2 shields to 1. Gonna try to counter down, but a move is going to come off here. The question is, does this Drapion get 2 attacks? It did do several poison stings there, depending on the moveset. Gets off the crunch. Oh! 2 more counters. KO the Drapion. No defense drop as well. ItsAXN has to be breathing a sigh of relief. In comes the Azumarill, pushing up for the Psychic here. Gonna go ahead and throw it here. Great control, throwing the 4 counters to the 3 bubbles. 8 turns versus 9. You minimize your opponent's additional free moves and get the Psychic here, hoping for a defense drop. Draws a shield. Maybe weak to Medicham in the back, and we've got 2 shields, baby. Let's roll. Oh, gets to a move here. Definitely going to shield up. We've seen the Play Rough demonstrated. We don't know what that second move is. Throws a Play Rough again. That would have been devastating to the Medicham. You got to anticipate a catch. And I love the mechanics here as well. 1 counter, 2 moves, 1 bubble, 3 moves. You throw your Psychic on turn 3 to avoid the swap in and the catch. Nukes out of Azumarill with a big Psychic, going to look to counter down and gets there. Comes in with a Galarian Stunfisk. I was wrong earlier when I tried to call out the team. All right, let's see Ice Punch here. This looks pretty clean cut here for ItsAXN. He's going to pile up a lot of pressure with the counter damage, and he does have a Abomasnow there in the back. Trying to add some more counters. A second Ice Punch. Here comes a move from the Stunfisk. Do you call it as a Rock Slide? Calls it. No, it's a Quake. That's lights out for the Medicham. But the good news is that the Stunfisk is now empty. All you have to do is get up to that Energy Ball, and you are home free. Powder Snow comes through on the interval there. We're going to see a move come from the Stunfisk. It's Rock Slide. It's shielded. Here comes Energy Ball right away. This is going to be enough to KO that Galarian Stunfisk. All right, chat. We're heading into the finals here. Let's get it queued up. All right, chat, we are here in the finals. So far, it's been a best of 3 in the group stage and the final 4 stage, but now we're headed to a best of 5 battles. Let's see ItsAXN. Let's see if that signature team pulls off some more wins, or if our trainer gets toppled here. We are going up against Chirp Nation OG, one of the best trainers in the world yet again. As you know, these are the top 8 trainers in the world from the GBL Leaderboards. Oh my goodness, Diggersby into the Mandibuzz. This is very tough. Fast swapping immediately into Frostlass. You would think Ice type versus Flyer, this is overwhelmingly favorable, but Mandibuzz is so tanky. It can definitely tank an Avalanche from the Ice type here. We're going to see a no shield on the foul play. Oh, making the switch into Ninetales, and it's a Charmtails as well. There's so much pressure being applied here on ItsAXN's line. He's got no fast move pressure that he can apply these resistant powder snows. He's got Mudshot on the Diggersby. This Ninetales is such an issue. The bright side is that it only has a couple of charms, but my goodness, when the Frostlass goes down, you have no chance to regain switch. So that Diggersby is going to line up against a Mandibuzz just here in a few moments. Here we see the Fire Punch coming off right away, but it's not before that Weather Ball comes through. This is really bad, and he's going to no shield the Diggersby as well. Diggersby taking super effective damage, going to charge up a bit more here, risking it, taking the charm damage, going up really high and throwing right before that damage applies. Very smart. If he KOs here, that charm will not count. And he does, making the fast swap into Skarmory. He's saying, get me out, get me out. I assume Mandibuzz comes back in, and that's why Diggersby is trying to escape. And there it is, making the fast swap into the Skarmory. The Flyers are in the air yet again. We've seen Mandibuzz be a serious problem for ItsAXN so far in this tournament, but it has not been enough to stop him. Here comes a foul play from the Mandibuzz into the Skarm, making the switch into Jellicent. Oh man, this is really difficult because Jellicent is not going to take super effective damage in any way from the Skarmory moveset here. We see Jellicent throwing a move, no shielding, a Bubble Beam, but this is so rotten because we are stuck. We don't have switch advantage, and we can't get out of the matchup. He's going to throw a Sky Attack right away. Definitely want to throw this before another Bubble Beam comes through, but still, it gets shielded as well. Oh my goodness, another move from the Jellicent. I think that their opponent, Chirp Nation, is in total control. Going to no shield the Skarmory here, maybe admitting defeat. We'll have to see. Trying to get to another move here. He's looking at that Diggersby. I can tell he wants to get out and reset this debuff. Gonna throw a Sky Attack, but this is a double debuffed Sky Attack. Gonna get the second shield though. Gonna push up for the Earthquake, and he doesn't get it. It's a CMP tie. One turn to switch in, one Mudshot lines up these turn intervals. Here comes a Bubble Beam. Diggersby hangs on. This is getting interesting. Gonna go ahead and throw an Earthquake here. Again, ItsAXN finding ways to enter these third-tier matchups late in the game with 2 shield advantage, which has been a recurring theme as well, and it's very impressive. All right, we see the Jellicent throw another move here. I think you have to shield. I know this is weird. And he does shield the Bubble Beam. I mean, you want to keep the Diggersby around. You don't want to have an Earthquake get caught, so he waits to throw it right here. This is finally going to KO the Jellicent, but the Mandibuzz is still such a problem to deal with for 2 very weak Pokemon. Gonna look to do a combination here. Gonna throw a Fire Punch as soon as they can. Yes, here it comes. Fire Punch is gonna chip. We are debuffed though, so won't do as much as you like. Although it never does much anyway. Here comes a Fire Punch into the... Oh, switching! Trying to get up to the move here. Mandibuzz back against the wall a bit. We are gonna see the final shield here. We have to, right? There's no other way. We see the Skarmory shield itself. Gonna try to get up to maybe a Brave Bird. No, it's an Air Slash short. Has to go for a Sky Attack. This is only gonna do chip damage. Let's see, Sky Attack comes through here. Mandibuzz hangs on as expected. Here comes the Diggersby, gonna reach for a Fire Punch as soon as possible. But no, the Mandibuzz says no more of that. You're not gonna beat me by committee. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this foul play and secure the KO. Chirp Nation takes the lead in the series after game 1. Heading into game 2 here, pretty difficult spot. Abomasnow into that Deoxys. We've seen this pattern from ItsAXN so far today. Abomasnow, Sableye, Medicham is that second line, that flow swap team, but he's not able to catch a lead here. Deoxys staying in this matchup is very odd. You know that Deoxys needs to shield these big foul plays, so we see one come through here, drawing that first shield from Chirp Nation. Deoxys throwing a move in return, but doesn't have anything super effective to hit the Sableye with, so the no shield of the Rock Slide, pretty critical. In comes an Obstagoon. All right, the Dark Normal type Pokemon here. Gonna pose some issues for the Abomasnow, but taking alignment here could be huge if you can get that Medicham onto the Obstagoon in some eventuality. Sableye hangs on. Does it get to a return? Pushing up for it. Does it get there? No! Doesn't get to the move. You need to pull the trigger on a foul play at least to deal some damage. But now you get nothing. Here comes the Medicham. Going to start punching this Obstagoon. Dark and Normal taking all kinds of damage from the counters here. We're going to see the Night Slash come through. Boost? No. No Boostagoon yet. Medicham continues to punish this Obstagoon, taking huge chunks of HP with each counter that comes through. Here comes another move from the Obstagoon. Going to shield this one, recognizing that health is important, especially when dealing with that Deoxys in the back. Some mutual lack with both trainers, but the Medicham gets the final word. Comes back in with the Deoxys, going to go ahead and throw a move here. This will be the Ice Punch. This is very uphill, and this is like what I like to call square peg, round hole. You just have to find ways to make this matchup work. We see that first Ice Punch come through, maybe a second one shortly here. Gonna let that Deoxys build so much energy. Here comes a move. Gonna draw that second shield from ItsAXN back against the wall, and it will be a Psycho Boost. Great call. You never want to shield a resisted Rock Slide. We're gonna see the Vigoroth come in. Okay, this just got interesting. Let's see the Psychic come through here from the Medicham. Do we get a shield from Big Vigo here? And we do not. Vigoroth takes a huge hit, going for the Ice Punch. Again, with the 1-2 punches from Axon, trying to apply pressure. This is a triple counter team, by the way. Deoxys, Obstagoon, Vigoroth, very popular in GBL. Making the switch, catching the slam. Go on and jam. Here we go. Abomasnow gonna look to Powder Snow down this Vigoroth after catching that normal type body slam. Gets one Powder Snow. All right, here comes that Deoxys again. Gonna look for that Weather Ball. You want to take that final shield. Over farms by one Powder Snow. Gets to the Weather Ball here. This is very critical. You need to force that Deoxys to throw energy and clear the way for Medicham. Oh, the Medicham is very low. We get the shield as we suspected. It's a CMP tie. This feels so bad. If we see an undercharge and a counter down, that might give Deoxys more room to breathe. No undercharge. KOs the Abomasnow. In comes the Medicham. It's a race. Here comes another move from Deoxys. It is debuffed. After the first Psycho Boost, that attack does fall. Here comes a second Psycho Boost. And it's not enough. Medicham reaching for the Ice Punch, clinches it. My goodness. These battles are so much fun. We see ItsAXN get the final word here as the Ice Punch smashes that Deoxys and claims game 2. We are tied up in this series 1-1. I love these games. These are so much fun. Heading into game 3, Venusaur into Swampert. Axon finally gets a lead here. Very nice grass type into the Mudboy matchup. We're going to see the swap into the Sableye. Okay. Gonna decide to stay in here for a moment. Now, what you need to recognize as a trainer is that you have a Galarian Stunfisk in the back. You can make a switch. You can win against the Sableye, but if you give up switch advantage, there's a chance Swampert lands on your Stunfisk. We see the CMP tie. Sableye unable to win it. Must be an XL Sableye. Gonna return shields as well. Switching into that Sableye there, up with a slight health advantage, but is it enough to command this matchup here? Both trainers kind of giving some cues about their lines. We know Venusaur and Galarian Stunfisk is a very popular core. We know that Swampert Skarmory is a very popular core, and Sableye fits the bill as a safe switch between both of those teams. Here comes a foul play. No shield. Looking for the claw down, and he gets it. I think that maintaining switch here is very important for ItsAXN. As we talked about, Swampert versus Galarian Stunfisk, a very, very one-sided matchup. Here comes the Swampert. I think the Sableye gets another foul play. Pushing up more. And it does. It gets the foul play right here. This is actually really huge as we continue to apply pressure to the Swampert on the other side. Do we get that shield? No, we do not. Swampert, recognizing it can tank the damage, tries to get a butt shot down. Doesn't pull it off. Sableye getting another foul play here. Going to force a shield out of Swampert or secure the KO. Gets the shield. That's massive here. Swampert loaded with energy, but very low in health. Throws right away against the Venusaur. You know that a Vine Whip can be devastating. Let's see if we get the shield, and we do not. ItsAXN very confident. Sludge Wave washes over that Venusaur, but it survives. Here comes a Skarmory and the G-Fisk. And the G-Fisk matchup. This is so tough for the Steel Flying type in the back. Predicting the team, that's a standard Go Battle League team. We see it all the time. Swampert, Skarmory, Sableye, classic team. Here comes Galarian Stunfisk to crash that party. Skarmory going to throw a move here. As you play this matchup out, you just switched. We see the Brave Bird come through. That communicates a lot to us about the strategy here. If you're trying to stall out the clock and eventually secure switch again, then you need to throw the sky attacks over and over and over and hope that you can stall out the clock. But we're going to see the Skarmory take a big loss of HP there from the Rock Slide. Stunfisk over farming, pulling the trigger in the middle of the Air Slash. I love the mechanics here by ItsAXN, recognizing these 2 versus 3 turn opportunities to secure knockouts like that one right there. Here comes a Swampert reaching for the Venusaur, gonna whip it down. Very nice plays there by ItsAXN, taking the lead 2-1 versus Chirp Nation in the finals. There is no time to rest, chat. We're going into game 4. Obstagoon into Mandibuzz. All right, this is a new team we have not seen from ItsAXN yet. Mandibuzz taking some damage from these counters. Although they are not stab, they're still dealing a significant chunk when you compare it against the Snarls versus the Obstagoon here. Not very effective foul play. Curious move to go for the foul play. Not sure that I completely understand the play. Getting up that extra counter as well. Mandibuzz going to return fire again with an Aerial Ace. That is definitely the correct move to throw. It's not a good move. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does more than a resisted foul play. Here we see a move from the Obstagoon, going to throw a gunk shot right away. Does the trash can land on the buzzer? Boom! Yes, it does. Taking a big chunk of health out of the Mandibuzz. Interesting position to be. Neither trainer is switching out. What does that tell you about the back line here? Maybe weak to Mandibuzz in the back. Maybe weak to Obstagoon in the back on the other side. We're going to see maybe another Night Slash come through here. Oh, late matchup energy management is so good for ItsAXN, throwing a resisted Night Slash, but this will secure the knockout. And it does. Not very effective damage. No boost. Here comes, oh, it's a Ninetales and it's a Charmtails. Erases Obstagoon. Do you try to defeat this Frostlass with bulk or output of raw damage? I'm going to go with the bulk here. Here comes Cresselia into that Charm Ninetales. This is a very tough position, and you don't know what's going to be in the back either. It's also curious that the other trainer left Mandibuzz in against Obstagoon when they did have a Ninetales in the back. Maybe only one answer to Dark in that Charm Ninetales. We see the first shield come up as well. Here comes a return attack from the Ninetales. Will be Weather Ball that time. A couple of Charms come through. Do we reach for a Moonblast here? No, opting for the safer Grass Knot play, looking to get double Grass Knots here, try to take the shield and maybe hit this Ninetales for some additional chip damage. Does not get the shield on the second Grass Knot. That is pretty tough. Oh, reaching another Grass Knot. Look at the HP on the Cresselia. Understanding that the opponent would recognize the health dropping, would try to make the farm down commitment and would fail. Grabs that shield, switches in, saves the Cresselia. ItsAXN does a tremendous job of maintaining shields late in the game, and I cannot express that enough. They have 2 shields and a Cresselia for a sack swap. Basically 3 shield. Frostlass is going to put in some work here. Taking so much charm damage with throws right on the interval there. I really like this play because damage does not apply from charm until turn number 2. Recognizing that interval, throws the move here, KOs the Ninetales. In comes a Jellicent. Oh my goodness. This runway is clear and this Frostlass is about to take off. Here comes a move from the Jellicent, throwing what we can assume is a Bubble Beam. to try to draw this matchup out a bit more. We get the shield as well. Frostlass goes one Powder Snow up. Throws the Shadow Ball here. This won't quite KO due to the debuff, right? Jellicent's a very tanky ghost type. It does not. Jellicent hangs on. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it secures another Bubble Beam. I thought this was over. I thought this match was done. Here comes another Bubble Beam from the Jellicent, and I'll tell you what, Cresselia's got no health. It's going to get hexed down. I'm not sure how that happened, but Chirp Nation brought that back. We're heading into another game here. This is decisive Venusaur versus Diggersby. Again, the bad leads just do not stop. We're going to see the switch into that Frostlass, going back to that original team, answered by the Galarian, Stunfisk. All right, this doesn't look great. ItsAXN definitely on their heels here. Here comes a Rock Slide right away. We know this is the super effective move. Never go for Earthquake in this situation because Rock Slide is just so much better. What does the Frostlass decide to do? Trying to get the extra Powder Snows here where it can. Going to go ahead and throw an Avalanche. This will do significant chip damage, but again, that Stunfisk is so bulky. Generally, this matchup is easily controlled by the Steel Pancake / Bear Trap down there. Here comes another Avalanche from the Frostlass. Draws a shield from the Fisk. There's commitment going on here. And you know what? ItsAXN's going to double down as well. Going to shield up the Frostlass. From the Rock Slide attack, going to look for a third Avalanche here. Does he get there? As we know, that turn cycle is 665, and he does. Gets to this Avalanche after 5 Powder Snows. Avalanche getting shielded. The double shield commitment. Frostlass going to let this one go. Happy with the shield advantage. I think you recognize at this point that Diggersby with energy can still threaten that Venusaur. Going to come in with the Diggersby. There's no reason to shield anything here. Earthquake does less than half, even though it's a stab Earthquake on a very powerful Pokemon. Diggersby just going to devour this Steel Ground type Stunfisk. Earthquake coming through as expected. Going to look for a full mud shot down. Does he get it? 3, 4, 5. Look at that Diggersby capping out at 100 energy. Those charge moves are glowing, full of energy. Here comes a Fire Punch into that Venusaur. Sometimes you can glean a lot of information by the teams here. By the lead in the switch, we see Venusaur Stunfisk. Could it possibly be Venu double steal? Let's see. Earthquake comes through here from the Diggersby. Gonna look to KO this Grass Poison type Venusaur. Does get the Quake. Does secure the KO. In comes the Bastiodon. And Diggersby is in a great position at this point. Gonna go ahead and throw the Earthquake right away. Diggersby not known for its attack stat. This probably will not KO, even though it's so effective against the Rock Steel type Bastiodon. Oh, huge hit. Bastiodon farming up energy, but it is all for naught. It's got no Protect Shields remaining. Here comes a shield from the Diggersby, going to secure this matchup. This has been a thrill, absolute thrill to cast. I love watching these battles. We're going to see another move come through here. Oh, with the finesse finish. Skarmory air slashes down the Bastiodon. Skarmory hard counters Basti. Confirmed. Chat, hope you enjoyed these battles. Again, we stream the Go Battle League Arena every Friday at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on my Twitch channel. Link in the description down below. We take the top 8 trainers in the world, and I gotta tell you, these battles are amazing, but they never, ever disappoint. I hope that you'll join me for it. These are awesome, awesome games to watch. Chat, I know it's been a while. I'm just happy to upload another video for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have the best of luck in your Go Battle League battles. Make sure to grab Axn's team. Even with Walrein in the meta, I still think it's pretty good because a lot of trainers are overcompensating, running a lot of fighters, running a lot of Trevenant, things like that. And there are ways to play out of that with this team. That being said, chat. That being said, thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.